Yo, what's good, everybody? It is your boy, the gifted one, Gifted Gamer 204. So, if you're new to the channel, you know the drill, man. Just hit that subscribe button for your boy, hit the like button, and let's get right into this, man. Cause I just saw this not too long ago. Even though this article came out, when was this? 2 days ago. But I just happened to come across it now, and got some interesting news here about the Final Fantasy 16. So as you know, this game is no longer just exclusive to the PlayStation. So now they're expanding over to PC. So the game is coming out. I believe it's out already by the time at the time right now that I'm filming this. But yeah, let's get right into this. This is interesting right here. So you see it says here Final Fantasy 16 cannot run with 60 frames per second at native 4K/max on the NVIDIA RTX 4090. All right. So as we all know, the 4090 is the big dogs. All right, of the PC world. That's the big dogs graphics card. So it should be able to run every game smoothly. It should not be having this issue right here. All right. So let's just see what it says right here. Okay, so Final Fantasy 16 is coming to the PC tomorrow. Okay, there we go. This new Final Fantasy game is using an engine developed by Creative Business Unit 3. So as we usually do, we've decided to test the game first on the NVIDIA RTX 4090. Can NVIDIA's most powerful GPU push a constant 60 frames per second experience at native 4K max? Let's find out. So for these benchmarks, we used an AMD Ryzen 9 7950X 3D. I don't really know that much about the PC world, but I know about the AMD Ryzen 9, and yeah, that's pretty high. Okay, it's nothing cheap. So it's a 32 gigabyte and DDR5 at 6,000 megahertz. All right, and NVIDIA's RTX 4090. So here we also use Windows 10 64-bit and GeForce 561.09 driver. Moreover, we've disabled the second CCD on our 7950X 3D. All right. So yeah, they tested this game like at a high end computer, is what they're basically saying. Which a computer that should be running any game smoothly at a locked 60 at least. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, let's continue on here. Uh, so Final Fantasy 16 does not have a built-in benchmark tool. So for our test, we've used the first Titan fight and the garden/palace area. These areas appear to be among the most demanding locations. Thus, these are the areas we'll also use for our upcoming PC performance analysis. At native 4K max, the game cannot maintain 60 frames per second at all times on the NVIDIA RTX 4090. That right there, that's crazy to me, all right? Because this is the granddaddy of them all. That RTX 4090, it should run everything at a locked 60 frames. This graphics card alone could run you about $1,700 alone. That's without any of the other pieces, just the graphics card. So think about that. That's $1,600 that you're spending on this graphics card right here. And it can't keep a 60 frames per second on this game. All right? So there are areas in which NVIDIA's GPU can push over 70 frames per second. However, in the most demanding areas, the frame rate can drop to the 50s. That's crazy. That is crazy. So it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of buying a 4090? At this point, it's like, what do you want? Like, you want to brag? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have bragging rights that you have a 4090, but it can't even hold 60 frames per second on this game. That's insane to me. For $1,700, no way. All right. Now, the good news here is that Final Fantasy 16 supports NVIDIA's DLSS 3 by simply enabling DLSS 3 frame generation with DLAA. You can get frame rates over 80 frames per second at all times. And in my opinion, this is the best way to experience this new Final Fantasy game on this high-end GPU. All right? So thanks to DLAA, you'll get better image quality than DLSS 3. FG, you'll get smooth gaming experience. I also did notice any major input latencies issues or visual artifacts. Controls and camera movements were responsive, so that's another big plus for DLSS 3 FG. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm just going to stop right there. I don't even need to read anything else. I'm going to stop it right there. Because this is it right here. This part. Let me see here. Why is it not highlighted? Right here. Okay? So this is telling us that in order for them to get a frame rate over 80 frames per second at all times, they had to enable the DLSS frame generation on their PC. Okay? So without it, the frame rate drops to 50 frames per second. Now, what I want to say about that, why I stopped it right here, is because this is exactly on the PS5 Pro. This is exactly what you're going to be doing. That you see how everybody's complaining about the PSSR? That's exactly what this is. All right? They use DLSS, PlayStation is using PSSR. So exactly what they had to do with a graphics card that costs alone $1,700, the PS5 Pro is going to give you almost the same resolution, all right, for $700. So you got to think about that. That's something to think about. Why couldn't this RTX 4090 run it at least at a locked 60 frames without having to turn this on, the DLSS? You got to think about things like that, you know? And that computer that they're using, I'm pretty sure to build it probably costs around like $3,500 to $4,000. Just off the fact of what they're using here. So think about that. That's why I feel like the PS5 Pro is such a bargain. Like it's literally a steal. And it's getting the hate that it's getting for no reason. Yeah, so the PSSR is basically gonna boost up the visuals once you turn that on. And it's gonna give you a locked 60 frames per second. Exactly what it's not gonna go up to no 120 frames per second and things like that. Well, we haven't seen it, but for $700 you'll be good. So that's why I keep saying that it's gonna be worth the money. Cause this news right here just says it all. Like it literally, and this is the 4090. Imagine the graphics card below this. You know? So I just wanted to make that quick update on this video because I came across this article right here and it's just like it blew my mind. And I had to talk about it. Yeah. If you're new here, you know the drill, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right? Peace.